And actually, Vince, I got to ask you about this story. You tell the story, yes, where your bluegrass band, Mountain Smoke,
I know this
gets
story.
a gig opening for Kiss in Oklahoma City. Now, I worked in concert promotion for a while. My question for you and the promoter would be, didn't anybody think this wasn't such a great idea? I know a gig's a gig, but
For 17-year-old kid, $100 is a home run, and no matter what you have to do to get it. But no, it was very simple. The opening act for that night had canceled at the last minute, and I got a phone call, said, "Hey, can your band come down and open this show?" And we were fairly popular in Oklahoma City, and played regular, and said, "Yeah, we'll come on down." I said, "Okay, cool." And they didn't tell us who we were opening for, so. We get this makeshift bluegrass band of 4 or 5 guys and go down there with our mandolins and our fiddles. And I'm driving by the Civic Center, and I see on the marquee it says Kiss, appearing tonight, Kiss. And I went,
that can't be us.
Can't be. That's just not possible, I said, we must be doing a Shriners convention in the basement or something, And sure enough, we walked in. They said, "Yeah, our opening act canceled," and it was late, and we set up, and so we went out there, and they're ready for blood and guts and rock and roll, and they're painted faces, and they're mad, and they've got these giant drum risers, 20 feet in the air, and stacks and racks of amps and blood and everywhere, and so we go out there and so we didn't last very long. And the first song finished, and the whole place started booing. And then we tried to do a second. I'm not just not lightly booing, but angrily, like a bad football game ending, or the ref blows the call to cost the game. But it was intense, and I must say I kind of liked it. I enjoyed hearing that many people pissed off, and so the more they got that way, man, the more I was having fun, I said, "Well, thank y'all. We appreciate that. We got another one picked out for you. We know you're going to like as much as you like that last one, and I'm just pouring it on and wearing them out, and then they start throwing stuff, and we didn't make it through a couple 2.5 songs or something like that, and so we dodging beer bottles and whatnot, so we finally decided to leave, and on my departure, I hung them the bird and bent around, grabbed my ass, said, "Y'all can kiss my ass," And so in the paper the next day, you remember how the Kiss was that big block letters, and so the review of the show was in the paper the next day, and I'm reading it, and it's talking about what Kiss did and this and that. It said the weirdest part of the night was the opening act, So whoever thought this was a great idea? A local bluegrass band tried to open the show, blah, 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 and it didn't go very well. And said group member Vince Gill, on his departure, showed the crowd which part of his anatomy the crowd could kiss. And my 93-year-old mama still has that review at the house. And
You
it's
can't
just,
buy that kind of press.
No, and it was, my favorite part of that story was about 5 years later, I wound up on the same record company when I was playing with Pure Prairie League as Kiss. We were both on Casablanca Records. And I saw Paul Stanley at some party, and I introduced myself. I said, "Do you by any chance remember a gig some years back with a bluegrass band?" He goes, "Yeah." They were going to riot. And I said, "Yeah, I was in that band."